All right, Shalom. Before I get started, Barakati Yahweh, Barakati Yahweh Shai, Barakati Yahweh, Barakati Yahweh Shai, Barakati Yahweh, Barakati Yahweh Shai, Kahala Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rechakudash. Secondly, I want to give double honors to all the elders and apostles throughout the four corners of the earth that's pushing this truth in all sincerity and righteousness in these last days. Also, and we know who that 100% truth live with as well. Also, like to give double honors to the head and the elder of the Man of Israel camp, the Ak Chazak, whom I teach under down here in Greenville, South Carolina. Also, like to give another shout out to you, sincere Akim, you brothers out there that's pushing this truth and all sincerity and righteousness in these last days. And I also like to give another shout out to you Israelite foreigners that's looking like the other heathen nations causing confusion, coming back to y'all heritage in these last days. And lastly, a quick shout out to you few out Wathium, you sisters out there that stand in order and doing what y'all need to do in these last days. All right, to y'all, I like to say shalom. All right, now coming back through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shia Washah with another exhortation video. Lord willing, the video will be edifying to your Akim and not Wathium that's tuning in. All right, and the video that I want to do today is I was watching the elder Salakia. I was watching the elder from the South Carolina camp over there in Myrtle Beach. I was watching this camp. I watched majority of it. I didn't finish it. But anyway, I watched it. I watched it like soon as it came out, if not a day after it came out. And when I was watching it on the TV. So my reel was beside me. Sometimes she'll watch and sometimes she won't. It is what it is. I don't care. But like I said, sometimes she watch. But she was watching it, and she was realizing that the brother, the elder, but not the Zotbot, which you see, the one that's closer to the camera, the shorter brown skin brother, and then the taller brother from the DC camp. I'm not sure what's his name. I forget. She saw them two mostly talking, but she didn't see, the brother on the far, left, with the blue garment. She saw that he wasn't really talking, teaching, as I should say. And she was wondering, she asked me, why he's not talking. I had to pretty much explain to her that every brother that comes into this truth ain't gonna be able to teach, man. He's a brother that set up, to help the ministry. I was basically telling her every brother's not set up to teach. I was pretty much telling her, some brothers may be just a helpmate, just to help the brothers out, hold signs or with financial issues, anything, or some brothers may be set up just to, actually teach. Some brothers may be set up to, pretty much to help the ministry, man. I was pretty much telling her brothers got different gifts. Every brother not going to be set up to teach, man. Some brothers just set up to comfort brothers, there's many different gifts, man. And I was like, when she said that, I was like, you know what, you gave me a video to do, man. Although it's late, but hey, the spirit just not hopping on me, to do it because I was trying to find a video to do. But I remember I said I was gonna do a video on this. I just, never got the time to do it because I was doing other lessons. But anyway, the spirit hopped on me, to do this lesson today, and Lord willing, it'd be edifying, man. Because I was like, man, that's a good, video to do. I haven't did a video on gifts, going into the different gifts that the Lord is going to give us, man. Because I was pretty much saying that, we one body. A brother may have this gift. A brother may, that's another thing I was telling. Some brothers may be good at reading in the Hebrew. Some brothers may be good at going into the prayers. Some brothers may be good at, at other different things, man. Every brother's just not going to teach. Some brothers maybe can translate better, to help the ministry, because you got to interpret it. You got to have an interpreter, and, especially in these last days, because, you got brothers speaking different languages. You got brothers can actually teaching sign language now, man. That's a help for the body of Yahweh Shai, man. So, I wasn't going to play nothing. I just wanted to pretty much give a brief on why I'm doing this video, because like I said, she was wondering why the brother with the blue garment on the far left wasn't saying nothing. I was pretty much explaining to her why that brother ain't really saying nothing, because he can't. I ain't gonna say that he don't know scriptures, but the Lord set him up to help the beloved brother, elder Manat the Zotbot, man. to read, because I'm not saying that he couldn't do it, but was out there by himself. So so the Lord sent the brother. The Lord sent him a brother to help, read, just to read, and guess so it won't be too much on him. Although, don't get me wrong, he would have did it on this by himself any goddamn way, because if I'm not mistaken, the brothers from Charleston that used to come up sometimes, and prophesy with. If I'm not mistaken, they fell out. If I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong. If y'all do know, correct me if I'm wrong. But I remember him saying that those brothers in Charleston, you can't, like I said, those brothers in Charleston fell out, man. I don't know if they, I ain't gonna say they did, but I remember him saying something about it. I don't know if they came back and started pushing harder. I don't know, but I remember him saying about the Charleston brothers fell out. So guess what? The Lord sent another brother to help him out read, man, so he won't have too much on his plate, man. At least read, because I know talking a lot can, that shit can kill your voice sometimes, man. It can be tiring, So the Lord sent him a little help, and that brother just helping, man. You got niggas out there clowning him, saying he can't read, man, saying he need a better reader, man. He don't need no better reader, because at the end of the day, y'all talking shit about Moses as well. We understand who Moses is in the reincarnation. Let's start there. We understand that to be King David, man. So y'all picking at this man for trying. You got niggas that don't even want to try to read or don't know how to read, man. So y'all how dare, and you had a nigga comment under my video not too long ago, because I have trouble, saying certain words. He talking about some the message you saying is good, but you need to work on your words, man. Fuck that, man. We don't. First and foremost, Lord ain't even dealing with English as it is. The only reason he dealing with the language a little bit is because he know majority of his prophets speak that language, primarily that language, man. So hey, man, keep going, brother. And truth to be told, man, that brother doing good on his reading, man. He, compared to when he first started to now, that brother has picked up his reading skills a lot, man, and I'm a witness to that, man. So call on Yahweh Shem Wushai. So let's get a couple scriptures. I only got two. So Lord willing, the video will be edifying. It's the book of Ephesians, chapter 4, and verse 11. It says, he gave some apostles and some prophets and some evangelists and some pastors and teachers. You see that? These are different gifts that the Lord gave to his man. He gave some to be apostles, which the word apostle just simply means sent away, right? Truly, all of us are apostles because we all sent away from our homeland. But not only that, we all teaching on the internet. You see? So we sending our words throughout the internet, man. So truly, we are apostles, but we understand that we don't really want to put that term apostles on us, because we understand that the true apostles are the elders of Great Millstone, man. Truth to be told. But it says, and he gave some apostles and some prophets, right? The prophets, we all are prophets. Well, I ain't gonna say we all, because that's the point of this video. Some ain't gonna be prophets. Some ain't gonna be speaking on the end times, although they know of the end times, but they're not going to be speaking on it, because some, like I said, just going to be helpmates, or some just going to be, holding signs or going into the Hebrew or whatever, man. So it says he gave some apostles and some prophets and some evangelists and some pastors and some teachers. And really, pastors, teachers, and prophets really goes into the same thing, man. Because if you're a prophet, more than likely you're going to be teaching, or a pastor. That's the same thing, pretty much, man. But I do want to go into that word evangelist in the Greek, Ephesians 4 and verse 11.
Strong's G 2099, Euangelistes.
Right, and it says a bringer of good tidings, an evangelist. So pretty much somebody. All right, let's just say, for example, I'm gonna just use me as an example. All right, let's just say if a brother, let's just say if I was back in the old times, I'm gonna just say that. Let's just say Yahweh Shai healed me, right? If y'all and I was a witness of that, Yahweh Shai healed me, I would go back and be like, hey, y'all need to go believe in it, go believe in the Messiah. He just healed me. That's an evangelist, man. Somebody who believes, man. You see, and that's that brother right there. He's somebody who believes, man. That's an evangelist, man. So basically, his job is to basically go out and be like, hey man, I need to believe in Yahweh Shai. He did miracles for me. You know, that's an evangelist. So it says that bringer of good tidings. You see, he gonna go to the people and bring the good tidings of what happened. You know, like how you had other people, Yahweh Shai would heal them, and then they would go back and be like, hey, the Messiah healed me. Y'all need to believe on him. This truly is the Messiah. That's an evangelist, man. So Yahweh Shai got people like that set up just for the ministry, man. See, all of us is not gonna be able to teach. Some of us are gonna be teachers. Some of us are gonna be evangelists. Some of us are gonna be helpmates. Some of us are gonna be just good at going in the Hebrew to help other brothers to go stronger in the Hebrew or whatever, man. You see, because you can't just have a brother just all brothers just going into just being a prophet. That means you ain't got no helpmates. That means you ain't got no brother going in the Hebrew. You see, we got to be a body. You see, just like how you got a hand and an arm and a leg, they all beneficial for the body. A heart is all beneficial for the body, because without one of them, you're gonna lack something. Like this, just say you got one arm, it's gonna be harder for you to do other things, man, because you only got one arm. You see, now if you got two arms, it's gonna help you out. It's gonna help the body out, man. You know, you ain't gonna put too much stress on yourself, man. So, verse 11 again, it says, he gave some apostles and some prophets and some evangelists and some pastors and teachers for the perfecting of the saints, for the work of the ministry, for the edifying of the body of Hamashiach. You see, it says for the perfecting of the saints. Who are the saints? The saints are the Israelites. For the perfecting of the saints, for the work of the ministry. That's why Yahweh Shai got different gifts for the body, man. You know, that's why Yahweh Shai got different gifts to help the ministry out, man. Because you can't just have, you know, every brother doing the same thing. You gotta have some brothers doing the other different things, bro, to help the ministry grow. You see, because what if just every brother just knew how to break down the scriptures, but they didn't know how to break down the Hebrew? What's the point of calling yourself a Hebrew Israelite if you don't know the Hebrew? So that's why Yahweh Shai gave different gifts, so different brothers could help forward the ministry. Because truly, without the Hebrew, we would have never known the Father name, the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son. So that's why Yahweh Shai had to give out different gifts. Like how He gave the gift to what's his name, High Priest Ariah, to break down the 12 tribes chart. That was a gift from the Lord. All those brothers knew how to break down scriptures, but how we would have got the chart if it weren't for High Priest Ariah? That's a gift that the Lord gave to him. So the Lord is going to give different gifts to different brothers to help forward the ministry. Like it says, for the perfecting of the saints, for the work of the ministry, for the edifying of the body of Hamashiach. You see, this is for the edifying of the body of Hamashiach. It's to edify the body. We got to have different gifts to edify the body, to keep us growing. You see, we like a seed that's been planted, and we got to continue to water that plant so it can continue to grow. That's the Lord giving us this truth, you know. So now let's go over, all right, to the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 12. And we're going to start at verse, let's see here. 1 Corinthians 12, we're going to start at verse, I'm going to start at verse 6. 1 Corinthians 12 and verse 6. No, 1 Corinthians 12. 1 Corinthians chapter 12, starting at verse 6. And there are diversities of operations, which means jobs. But it is the same God which worketh in them all, which worketh all in all. You see? So there's diversity of different gifts, you know, but guess what? Yahweh Shai working through all those different brothers that got the different gifts, right? It says, and there are diversities of operations, but it is the same God which worketh all in all. But the manifestation of the Spirit is given to every man to profit withal. You see? So the different gifts Yahweh Shai gave us is to be profitable amongst the brethren, you know? Because like I was saying, you got some brothers, I'm going to just give you an example. You got brothers in our camp that's good at the Hebrew, you know, strictly Hebrew. Majority, you know, just better than Hebrew than other brothers. You got some brothers that just can break down the scriptures good. You got some brothers that can just teach the scriptures good, like actually teaching another brother good. Because I will say, I'm a witness to this. It is a difference between teaching and actually you breaking it down, man. You know, on just videos, man. Because I could just break something down to where I can understand, or maybe maybe just for me to understand, but it may be harder for the other brother to understand. But that's why you got teachers set up, because a teacher know how to break it down, what points to go, so you can line everything up. Some brothers just don't got that gift to line scriptures up to break it down to a brother. That's why we got teachers. You know. So it says, and there are diversities of operation, but it is the same God which worketh all in all. But the manifestation of the Spirit is given to every man to profit withal. Verse 8. For to one is given by the Spirit, Slakia, it says, for to one is given by the Spirit the word of wisdom, to another the word of knowledge by the same Spirit, to another faith by the same Spirit, to another the gifts of healing by the same Spirit. You see, you got some brothers, it says to another faith by the same Spirit, to another gifts of healing. You got some brothers can also heal you. Going into, you got brothers that's another point too. You got brothers that knows about herbs, because in the times of the ancients, we will use herbs to heal our bodies instead of using the bullshit medicines Esau give us, man. So you got brothers that know a lot about herbs and what type of herbs heal what, what type of herbs heal the heart, what type of herbs heal the bones, what type of herbs heal the guts, right? Different herbs, man. So it says, to another faith by the same Spirit, to another the gifts of healing by the same Spirit. Verse 10, to another the working of miracles, to another prophecy, Salakia, to another discerning of spirits. You see, you got brothers that can discern spirits, man, to know who is of Yahweh Shem, who is not, to know what not to do in that moment and what to do, to discern these devils, right, to discern what's about to happen, right. Brothers got that discernment, man. I got it. A lot of brothers I teach would have it, man. Some may be greater than others, man. So it says, to another discerning of spirits, to another diverse kinds of tongues, right? Speaking in different languages. Like I was saying earlier, you got brothers that know how to speak. You got brothers out here for dead ass. You got brothers, if I'm not mistaken, I remember seeing a video the brother was talking about. You got a brother out here that know how to speak good Hebrew, bro. Kind of fluently, bro. I mean, I believe it's just one of them, But you got other brothers that speak Spanish, French, sign language, Those are the tongues, man. And when they're talking about tongues, they ain't talking about the shabuba, the ududa, what the Christians be saying. No, man. Tongues are going into different languages, man. But it says, verse 10 again, to another the working of miracles, to another prophecy, to another discerning of spirits, to another diverse kinds of tongues, to another the interpretive of tongues. Meaning, okay, for example, if I'm speaking in Spanish, somebody would need to have to interpret what I'm saying. Pretty much like, for example, if you ever watch the news, right, and you see somebody speaking in Spanish, and then have somebody beside that person speaking it in English. You see, that's an interpreter. Somebody who know how to basically speak both language, but they having somebody else to interpret it. Because, for example, my wife, she a Spanish. Let's just say if I knew Spanish too, and my woman, she was just Spanish. She just, matter of fact, prime example, if you ever watch boxing and you ever watching a Mexican fighter, a Spanish fighter fight, sometimes they might not know English, so they'll the post after the fight, they'll have the interpreter go out there with the Mexican fighter, but the interpreter, he not speak Spanish, so what he'll do is he'll have the Spanish dude talk, and after he done talking, whatever that Spanish dude said in Spanish, the dude who's up there interpreting, he was speaking in English. He'll remember everything that dude said, and he would just say it in English, man. That's an interpreter. So that's why Yahweh Shah got these different brothers out here with these different gifts to help forward the ministry, bro. Because you may have somebody who speaks Spanish come up to the camp, and a brother may speak Spanish, and he interpreting to the brothers what that dude said in Spanish, so he can help forward the ministry, bro. You see, those different gifts that Yahweh Shah gave us to help forward this ministry, man. So every brother's not going to teach pretty much what I was trying to get my rib to understand, man. Verse 11. But all these worketh that one and the self same Spirit, dividing to every man servantly as he will. You see that? It says, but all these worketh that one in the self same Spirit. So although they may got different gifts, we coming in the same Spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. You see, because we one body in Yahushua. We the true one body in Yahushua. We ain't talking about that camp. Salaki. Y'all bless me. We ain't talking about that camp that was calling themselves one body in Yahushua. And guess what? The Spirit had them take the name of Yahushua out of their name. You see, and they just calling themselves one body, one body and goddamn Satan. But like I said, but all these worketh the same. But all these worketh that one and the self same Spirit, dividing to every man servantly as he will. You see that? So although they got different gifts, they still coming in the same Spirit, man. Yahweh Shai, just different gifts. Let's just say for example, if we weren't all teachers in my camp, let's just say I'm gonna just give you 4 examples. Let's just say you had a brother that just was a healer, just dealing with herbs, but he still believes. You got a brother that's a prophet, but still, of course he gonna believe. A brother that just going Hebrew, but still believe, and the brother who just a helpmate, but still believe. Guess what? Although they got 4 different gifts and they don't all teach, guess what? They still coming in the same Spirit of Yahweh Shai. Guess what? Yahweh Shai still gonna deliver them. Because just because they got different gifts, you don't think Yahweh Shai ain't gonna save them? Yes, Yahweh Shai is gonna save them, man. Verse 13. No, verse 12. It says, "For as the body is one, and have many members, and all the members of the..." Let me read that again. Verse 12. "For as the body is one," right? You only got one body, but got different parts of the body. It says, "For as the body is one, and have many members," right? Meaning arms, fingers, legs, eyes, ears, whatever. It says, "For as the body is one, and have many members, and all the members of that one body, being many, are one body, so also is Hamashiach." So it's saying, just because you got one body and different members, meaning different parts, does that mean that you're not one body still? Yes. Just because it's all one member, just because you got different members, don't mean you're not of that body. But it's comparing it to Yahweh Shai. Just because it's different members, different things, because every part of your body serves a purpose, right? Just the same way of this truth. You got different brothers with different gifts, but it serves the same purpose. You see that? Like I was saying, you got different brothers that can go into Hebrew well. You got different brothers that can go into discerning the spirits. You see? But they all one body, but they all different members. They all got different gifts. And the whole purpose is the push forward this ministry. So it says, "For by one Spirit are we all baptized into one body, whether we be Jews or Gentiles," and the Jews and Gentiles still are Israelites, the Gentiles what I'm talking about. It says, "Whether we be bond or free, and have been all made to drink into one Spirit. For the body is not one member, but many." You see? You got 144,000 men, and guess what? They all got different gifts. You see? But we still one body. Just like I was comparing a body, like how you got the eye. The eye serves a purpose. The eye serves what? To see. Because without having eyes, it's going to be hard for you to move around. You see, you're going to be lacking in something. The ears, it help you to hear. Without your ears, it's going to be harder for you to move around. You ain't going to be able to hear shit. The legs serve a purpose for you to walk. Without the legs, it's going to be impossible for you to get around. The same with this truth. We need different gifts to move around this ministry, man. See? Verse 15. "If the foot should say, because I am not the hand, I am not of the body, is it therefore not of the body?" You see that it's still part of the body. It serves a different purpose. You see? The foot, like I was saying, the foot help you walk. But because it's not the hand, because the hand you could wave with it, you could pick up stuff with it, you could draw with it, right? Whatever. You see? Is it not a part of the body still just because it's not the hand? No. Because what if you just had, let's just hypocritically talking, what if every part of your body was just a hand? What the fuck? Come on, man. You got different members of your body. that serves a purpose, man. So it's verse 16. And if the ear should say, because I am not the eye, I am not of the body, is it therefore not the body? You see, the ear help you hear. That's why you got ears on your head to help you hear, listen. But because it's not the eye, is it not still the body? The answer is no. It's still the part of the body, man. Yes, it's a part of the body. You know, because the ears serve a purpose. Just like you got different brothers with different gifts, they serve a purpose. You see, the 144,000, we all serve a purpose, man. Verse 17. If the whole body were an eye, like I was saying, what if every part of your damn body was a damn hand? I was saying that earlier. What the fuck? But like I said, if the whole body were an eye, it's like it. If the whole body were an eye, where the hearing? If the whole were hearing, where were the smelling? You see? So if the whole body was an eye, how would you hear? Because you can't hear with a fucking eye. And it says where were the smelling? Yeah, if your whole damn body was an eye, how would you smell? That's why you got different parts of your body that's different, because they all serve a purpose. Your heart pump blood, serve a purpose. You know, your ears, you hear with them, they serve a purpose. Can't have every same damn part of the body. You can't have damn near 10 damn legs, right? And think you're gonna serve a purpose. No. You got different gifts out here. You got different body parts to help you move around. Just like how you got different gifts with different brothers to help move the ministry around. You see? So that's why I wanted to do this video. And I just wanted my real to understand that every brother ain't gonna be able to teach, man. So Lord willing, this video was edifying to the best of you brothers who actually was listening. I know I was having a hard time, kind of like, explaining it. But Lord willing, I explained it to the best of my ability. And Lord willing, it was edifying. All right. Till the next time, shalom.